Hello guys and welcome to my channel Keeley Talks. I hope you're all doing well. So we are literally an hour before the trial goes live for today, which is yesterday was technically the last day, but today is like the last day. Today is where the jury are gonna be given their instructions on they're going to be given their instructions on how they should deliberate, and also we're also going to be having the closing arguments from Johnny Depp's side and Amber Heard's side over the op-ed, and from Johnny Depp's side and Amber Heard's side again over the Adam Mormon statements. Oh, 1 minute. Hello, JusticeForDeppsolider. Now, I didn't know I was going to go live. This was a bit of an impromptu live. So I thought I've got so much to unpack, like there's so much mentally on my mind. A lot of people have been basically saying that if the jury do not favour Johnny Depp, then they're going to lose their faith in the system, in the jury, and in everybody. And this isn't fair because at the end of the day, the jury haven't been given access to the mountains of evidence that we, the public, people have seen, and they haven't seen things that like are really evident to us. JFD says, I just uploaded a new video for Lil Rose's birthday. Oh, that's lovely, JFD. Like, for example, one of the biggest incriminating parts of the evidence regarding Johnny Depp's finger is the Australia audio that was from just as Johnny Depp left the house to go to hospital. And he turns around, she turns around saying, I didn't mean to do it. And she says it to Jerry. I just want him to be okay. And if this was played in front of the jury, it would be clear to them that she was the one who decapitated his finger there in that particular incident. And obviously it can't be played in court because of the hearsay rule, because Jerry George is on there and he's not here anymore. Hello, Jerry. How are you, my love? Jerry's not here anymore, so rest in peace to him. You know what though, guys? Like, literally the world has decided to trust and believe in Johnny Depp. And what Amber Heard has done is she has angered so many survivors across the world, because it took a long time for women to get in a place where they were listened to when they experienced abuse or cheating. And in what she has done, it's going to make it harder for vulnerable women who go to the courts to be believed, even if they've got a mark on their face, because she approached the court for a TRO with a fake mark on her face. And that's what's upset a lot of people. And a lot of people, myself in particular, like, I can talk about this regarding myself, like what made me really, really believe in Johnny was that powerful audio where you hear her tell him to tell the world, Johnny, tell the judge and jury, I am a victim of DVT, and see if they believe you. And this really, really convinced me personally, to hear her belittle him and try and push him down and try and silence him. It was heartbreaking. And for me, it gave me, listening to her brought on my PTSD. Now, my PTSD only comes out I was talking to Gary about my PTSD last night. It only comes out in certain particular times. such as it comes out when it comes out when sometimes I'll get flashbacks. If I'm in a certain area where they possibly could be, I get severe anxiety. I've not had a nightmare since I lived in my new house. Like when I lived in my old house, I used to have nightmares constantly that I was going to wake up to the house being ablaze. I've not had them nightmares since I moved. Like it's not like constant PTSD. Everybody's PTSD is different. Mine just comes now and again. But when you hear her and the way she spoke to Johnny, even in the court where she's staring him down and trying to emasculate him and trying to belittle him, it's triggering. It's triggering to hear that. And it bubbles up inside you like, wow, why is she trying to play this card of being a survivor? She was saying on the stand yesterday, I just wanted to speak up for people and use my platform. Well, I'll tell you something, girl, you do not speak for me, okay? And I'm sure there's a lot of survivors, I can't speak for them, but I'm sure there's a lot of survivors who are on the same page and saying, you cannot speak for me. You do not speak for me. We do not want you. You are not welcome in the survivor community, Miss Turd, at all. Like, skadoosh, skedaddle along, my love. Well, she ain't my love, but you know what I mean. Carry on. We don't want that. But the thing is, guys, as well, is that I'm pinging. The phone is pinging. The thing is, guys, let's just carry on. I don't know if he's listening in. If you are, good morning, my love. The thing is that the amount of anger that she has created by people around the world from using this false narrative is going to make it hard. Hello, Kendra, good morning. It's going to make it hard for people, to companies, producers, and filmmakers to want to hire her, knowing that they'll get so much backlash, knowing that there is such a large feeling of hurt, anger, and hate towards this woman who has blackened the name of survivors, and she's hurt that. And on the opposite side with Johnny Depp, I feel like that he is really gonna be I feel like his career is gonna boost forward if so he wishes it to. Hello, Susan, as well. Just so you guys know, I'm only going to be live till about 1:45. On my current software that I have, I cannot screen share. So we're just having like pre end of trial thoughts here on this chat. So you will have plenty of time to get to any particular live streams that you want to get to. We're just going to be having a conversation till around 1:40. It's 1 p.m. right now for me. So we're going to say if you're on Eastern time, then we're going to be live till 8:45 a.m. And 1:45 p.m. here in the UK, just to get our thoughts and feelings out, because there's been a lot going on and a lot to unwrap. One thing as well that was really playing on my mind, guys, is and Camille literally brought it up when she was cross-examining Amber, was that everyone is a liar except her. Everybody's lying. Even her own friends. She doesn't know what friends saw. Do you know what I mean? Like, even Whitney's testimony was different to hers. Like, her narrative, everyone's was different. I'm so excited to hear the closing arguments today, too. I think you already know, Amy. Obviously, first we're going to have the jury instructions, which will take about an hour. Oh, hello, TJ. I've not seen you for a while. I'm loving the puppet on the picture there. It looks super cute. Is it a Johnny Depp one? It looks like it's a Johnny Depp one. Good morning, Debbie Dolly, as well. Lovely to see you guys. I did not know I was going live, so I did not know if anyone was going to come and join me and listen to me ranting on, but I had to. I couldn't go into these closing I want to go out live tonight. Around 10:30 p.m., which will be around 5:30 p.m. EST. It might be slightly later, because I want Gary to come on with me, and I also want him to play our song live tonight. And he says he wants to just do a little tiny bit of practice on that song, just so he don't forget it, because it'll be the first time singing it live. So hopefully Gary's going to be singing our song. It didn't have to be like this, and the new song that me and him, he sang, and I wrote it, and he changed a few of the lyrics as well, for the Justice for Johnny Depp community. And oh, a minute, TJ says it is, so it is a little Johnny Depp puppet. That is so cute, TJ. And it is lovely to see you, love. I've not seen you for a while. Susan says Whitney didn't look happy, lol. She's finally waking up. I don't know, Susan, because I think Whitney just has a resting bitch face. Because I have one of them. People always say to me, like, Keeley, why are you so mad? Even Gary said it now and again, like, what's up with you? Why do you look in a mood? I'm like, I'm not in a mood. I just have a resting bitch face. And I think Whitney might have a resting bitch face, but she may be feeling a lot of anxiety because of the situation her sister has put her in. Her sister has put her in a horrible situation where if she didn't help her snowball this lie, then she's already perjured herself in the UK, for example. So she had to carry on this with her. She has brought so many people onto her lie. And you know what, guys? I feel so sorry for her legal team, because the amount of things that have come out in this trial, the legal team have had to try and fix. Like, people keep pushing down the likes of Elaine or whatever. Now, Elaine, her wording sometimes, such as the Amica cream or whatever, but a lot of people forget that everybody is entitled to a lawyer, even people who unalive people. And with Amber, I think she's one of the people who would have lied to the council, and they've got to make her case based on what she said to them, and that's going to be hard when she's lied so much. Justice for Depp says her rebuttal sounded like the scene from A Few Good Men. I've not seen that, JFD. I've not seen. I'll have to watch that. Her rebuttal testimony to me just seemed like that, because she seemed that Johnny had that powerful moment where everybody was in a moment of stillness and a moment of silence. Like, I feel like that she felt that she could also have that too. Susan said, so angry her face was melting. I love her. She did look super mad, but I can't even imagine the feelings that she's feeling inside. She's probably feeling a lot right now. She's probably feeling a hell of a lot. But, she always looks so mad. Whitney does. She's got that resting face on point. Amy says, I feel bad for Whitney. I think Amber is holding her de-use as a weapon over her to prevent her kids being taken away from her. Amber would use anything to make, she's got something on all her friends. Amber's one of the people, I feel, who makes you feel like you can trust them, and you spill your guts to them, and then they push it right back in your face. They use it against you because the personality traits that she has, I'm not a doctor, but you know what Dr. Chloe said, the personality traits that she has, they do that to put you in a false sense of security. Will A-turd lawyers get in trouble for the double picture? No, that they won't get in trouble for it. It's Amber who's put it in as evidence as 2 different dates. Now, they should have been able to tell they it's the same picture. They won't. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer and I don't know the laws around the US, because so I'm just, speculating. But what, at the end of the day, it's down to their clients who provide this evidence. Amber, I remember when Amber put in her original cross-examination with Camille, when she was saying that she provided such and such a photo, and Camille was asking her, where is it? And Amber looked at her lawyers and went, well, that's not my job. I provided everything. And she basically just throws everybody under the bus all the time. And why would you do that to the people who have your back and support you? Especially when you've not got many other people having your back. She could say anything and she's not paid them. Muskie has. Yeah, that's what we all believe. She reckons that she pays $6 million. She's only worth $8 million. So she reckons that she, I don't even know if she's actually worth $8 million, but that's what the reliable Google says. Hope you heard my sarcasm. That's what they say, that she's worth $8 million. Like, for her to have spent $6 million on this trial, I feel like she would have got that money elsewhere from the baby daddy. That is, if Musk is a baby daddy, I think he is, but we don't know 100%. Whitney admitted to doing these on live TV. I wouldn't believe that would be it. Yeah, she admitted that she took a lot of substances, especially with Johnny. She said that she took this, that, and the other, and the whole thing with the tampon applicator, like, why? Why? I don't get it. I do not get it. Obviously, I don't take them substances, but I mean the thing where they said that they learned Johnny to use a tampon applicator. It could be worse behaviour that she's privy to. She's not worth 1 cent now. Nobody's going to want to hire this girl. And if they do, it's got to be some, like, really, really, like, I don't know, we're ready to lose a lot of money type company. Let's throw our money at this person kind of people. Because that's what's going to happen. I can't see, like, even Warner Bros. Now, hopefully they've realised the widespread frustration at Amber and how this is going to affect their film and their company, with them already paying her. I wonder whether there's still that opportunity to replace her. And have her yeeted out the film. Like, ta-da! Bye-bye, on your bike. That girl needs to be just gone. And the thing, by the way, as well with the baby and the microwave that she came out with in court. Now, guys, I know you're on my back on this. When she had that baby, when that baby was born, us collectively, across YouTube, across Twitter, every single part of the Johnny Depp community that I saw, we collectively said that we was not going to call the baby any names, say anything derogatory about the child. The only things that were said about the child was people's concerns with having AH as the parent. Nothing. I've not seen that rumour anywhere, but tell you where I've seen that rumour about the microwave, and that is regarding the other trial with, what's she called? Let me see if I've got a screenshot of it. Let me have a look. I can't find the screenshot now, but there's another case going on between another celebrity and somebody else, and I can't remember the names, guys. You know what I'm like. My memory's like a fish, and things just poof out my brain sometimes. And in that trial, prior to Amber Heard saying this, it was stated that one of the parties stated that they had been trolled online, and somebody gave the same threat regarding the Lukrativ and the child, and then Amber's testimony was exactly the same. Just to remind everybody, we are only going to be live till for another half an hour, 15. We're going to be live until 15 minutes before the trial goes live, till the court goes live. I can't screen share the trial here, because the software I have is horrible, and it won't work. It'll just buffer and glitch and be awful, which I'm gutted about, but that's what we're going to do. We're just having a conversation about everything and how we feel right now. So we have Susan. That said, Dr. Hughes triggered me when she was on the stand for the second time. I was so fuming. She triggered me as well. It felt like that like we was being belittled like a child, and I can't imagine how the jury felt. It felt like that she was shouting at us, like, you must not believe what Dr. Curry said because, as I said, blah, 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 blah. And she was coming in hot. She was coming in harsh, and she came across as aggressive and unprofessional, totally unprofessional. Like, I felt triggered as well, Susan. I felt like that she was butthurt over Dr. Curry disproving her opinions. Like, when Dr. Hughes originally took the stand, she basically testified for Amber Heard, not giving her professional opinion, but basically testified as if she was a personal witness to abuse that Amber Heard sustained. And it was like, why? It was so unprofessional. She was there like, yeah, and then Johnny did this to her, and then this happened. And they're like, how do you know? Like Johnny said, was you there? Was you there, though, Dr. Hughes? Was you there? I don't think you was. You weren't there, was you? Good morning, my love. Bye, Gary. Gary, I was just telling everyone we're going to go live tonight, and we're going to sing the new song, our new song. The song for the Justice for Johnny Depp community. It's called It Didn't Have to Be This, or It Didn't Have to Be Like This, I get mixed up. But we're going to have that on tonight. I'm not sure on the time because I haven't properly arranged it with Gary yet. After we finish his work. Gary, let me know what time. Send me a message and let me know what time we'll be able to go live. I actually last night, but I don't remember what you said. Hello, KK. How are you, my love? Ken just says, like the one movie she finished before the trial, but they're upset. No one will go to see the movie. No one will. I feel like there's going to be a minority of people who will go and see the movie who do not care about this trial, who do not care about. They'll see this as celebrity gossip, which is way more than celebrity gossip. And there'll be them few people who will go and see it. But that is about it. If anyone does go and see it, it'll probably be in ways that they are not supposed to. What I'm not advising, but ways where you do not pay money. And people are not going to be wanting to give their money to Warner Brothers for this film or to support it. The threat was originally the dog in the MVE Rooney and Vardy trial. That I was trying to remember, Rooney and Vardy. I remember Brune, I couldn't remember Vardy. I couldn't remember Rooney's first name. I can't remember. But yeah, that was this here. What TJ's on about is the threat regarding a microwave and a child. That Vardy said that she received this threat from a troll, and this was prior to Amber's testimony yesterday on her cross with Camille. You know what made me laugh, guys, when she said that Kate Moss was coming out of the woodwork for 15 minutes worth of fame. Kate Moss is literally worth 10 times, if not more, worth than Amber Heard. Like, back in her heyday, she was taking one picture for millions of pounds. And this girl is so relevant even now and holds so much high respect. She is not called out, because I'm even used to saying people who were big in the 90s and the 90s are coming out now. No. Girl, Amber, you're down here and Kate Moss is like way over there off the spectrum. You're down here somewhere, girl. Hardly anyone heard of you before this trial. Even when I watched Aquaman 2, I didn't even know who she was. I did not know who Amber was. And I thought she was just a supporting role. They keep calling her the female lead or the co-star of the film. I just felt like the only reason I watched Aquaman was for Jason Momoa. I'm not gonna lie, and that was the only reason I watched it. And her being the love interest in it, you're like, hey, we just bugger off over that. Go away. But yeah, I never even heard of her. Never heard of it. JFD says DUI guy couldn't get into the courtroom. Is that today? Couldn't get into the courtroom today. Oh, I'm sorry, couldn't get there. It's going to be super busy. And apparently there's loads of drama going on with the line in the court, getting into the court. She was very butthurt and she was very, very aggressive. And that's a huge on it. But so was Amber. Amber was butthurt and very aggressive as well. As AH was talking, did you see Whitney's face? It was fun. Like I already said, Whitney, I feel like she might just have a resting bitch face. She always looks mad. But I feel like that girl is probably bubbling up inside anyway. I personally have a resting bitch face. Like, sometimes, say if I'm just sat here and there are people talking and I'm just listening, I'll probably be frowning. And it looks like I'm angry, but I'm not. It's just the resting bitch face coming in there. Dr. Hughes is unprofessional. She shouldn't report as the facts. She doesn't even talk like straight men are victims to. I know she kept saying same sex. Like, really, does the dynamics of abuse change when somebody has a different sexuality? There was a newspaper article that I was reading to Gary the other day, and I can't remember the specifics of it, but basically it was about a male victim that is no longer with us, and the police ignored the pleas. Like, there was police wrong, and the girlfriend wouldn't let the police in, so they dismissed it and walked away, and that man lost his life because of his partner, who was very violent. I'm looking at my wrist and thinking about skin for her. What do you mean? Oh, the time for the... You lost me then, Gary. Wayne Rooney, yeah. Do you think Whitney will break down when the verdict is read? And do you think they are going to be pressing charges on everyone who perjured themselves? It depends whether the police want to press charges. Now, obviously, Adam Warman already filed for perjury that she committed. But whether it's going to be pursued, I hope it is pursued. According to Amber, every one of Johnny Depp's witnesses are perjuring themselves. Like, girl, really. Everyone's lying but her. The thing is, when her current narrative doesn't reflect her past narrative, it's like she even like gets confused by it and blames that on other people. I don't remember, or it's not my job to do such a thing or whatever. Yeah. Gary says, got to get to work. Ta-ra for now, guys. He says that, but I've seen him writing in comments a few more down. DUI guy not getting in is messed up. Someone stopped him because he paid $4,000 for someone's spot. Too many there for wrong reasons. Nobody should be paying for spots. I don't understand the whole pain. That's a bit. Each to their own, I suppose. Some people got to do what they got to do, but that's played itself out there. That's why you shouldn't be passing money for a spot. Chandra, I think she'll do something. She must be panicking. Jason Mimosa. A lot of Karens in the line. Somebody had a fight, didn't there? Was it where a guy leaned on a woman or something like that? There was an Amber Turd supporter who was like leaning on a JD supporter, and the Amber Turd supporter was a male, and the Amber Turd supporter was a woman, and it turned into a brawl. Had to be broken up. People there, not because they care about the justice, they just want to fangirl. See, I don't understand. Like, I do. I get it. Some people are just ultimate fans, and some people are ultimate just because this is trending virally around the world right now. And there is people there who are there for justice, and there is also people there who are clout chasing because it's a popular subject. But everyone has their own reasons for being there or not being there. That's all we can do, is just wish them luck. But people acting up and fighting. Okay, dude, that's my little bad guys. It's there. Okay, we close that door for me. He's still off school. He's got chicken pox. Close the door, fam. There we go. His film's finished. Today he got a wristband, but he got kicked out. Did he? So he got his wristband to get in, but he got kicked out for paying for that position. The thing is, though, that's not fair. What about people who can't afford thousands of dollars for getting in? But each to their own. I don't have an opinion on it. It's been dealt with, isn't it? Whitney has no lips. She looks mad all the time. I can't comment on that, Kendra. My lips are tiny. I have tiny, teeny lips. That's probably why I look mad all the time. That last comment didn't make sense. Someone stopped him getting in. Unfairly, he paid for someone's spot. He was in queue for wristband, but was never given one. Hello, yellow bird. Imagine that would be crazy if FBI are in the court. Headed to work I go, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. She said twice on the stand that she wrote the op-ed. Yeah, I don't think that any of the jury are going to doubt the fact that she wrote it, and that she admitted that she wrote it about Johnny Depp yesterday. She said she wrote that op-ed because Johnny Depp is powerful. She said that on the stand in front of the jury, and the jury are going to have no doubt in their mind that it's about Johnny Depp. The part that they have to prove now is whether she's lying or whether she's telling the truth about the allegations that she has made about him. That is a bit, or is Johnny Depp telling the truth? So that is the part now. Because she did say at first and the op-ed wasn't about him. She now said it is. So yeah. Now that all the jury got to do is deliberate on whether she is lying about the allegations. And the thing is, she has gone so like vast with it, like as if it's an action movie. He flung me across the room and stuff like that. Like Johnny Depp is bleeding Iron Man or something and can just pick her up and fling her across the room. And he pushed me and I slid all across the room. She went too far with her lies. She put too much sugar and spice on there to try and make it sound authentic, and it didn't sound authentic at all. I feel better, little man. He is fine in himself. He is happy. I'll tell you guys what happened. Like, he's got chicken pox. He's had him since Saturday last week. And all in the rules with school when they've all scabbed over, that they can go back into school. So this morning I took him back into school and I said, is it okay to come in because they've all scabbed over? And they said, yeah, as long as they've all scabbed over. So I took him into school. An hour later, the school rang me and said, you're going to have to come and pick Harley up because he's picking his scabs and he is crying. Now, Harley, my son, he has a sensory disorder. He's not being officially diagnosed with it. He's under assessment, but he's a picker, basically. And when I picked him up, his support worker turned around to me and said what he's been doing is picking his chicken pox off and then putting it on another kid's work. Like, dude, you can't do that. That's gross. So that's why he's back at home. He's not itching. He's not poorly in himself. He's fine. He is so fine that him and his sisters are back to their normal sibling toy fighting and rivalry and being little monkeys. He's totally fine in himself. But yeah, he looks like he's got polka dots right now. Hello, Eco-Spice. And DUI guy swapped spots with someone, paid to swap, queued, got to desk deputy, said he couldn't have wristband. He shook deputy's hand and left. I don't know the ins and outs of it, Kevin. He paid to swap. I don't know. It's a shame that he couldn't have got in. I just wish that that people didn't have any drama going on, and everyone was able to. I wish that there was enough spaces for everybody to get in there. Just talking about jury instructions really panicked me. Why did it panic you, Kevin? It's funny too how Andy forgot that Rocket actually cried in her depot and went all out saying that she and Isaac were the only ones crying. The thing is though, she tried to cry, but she actually didn't. And with Isaac, his vocals, his voice actually broke while he was on the stand. Gary, I'm live. I can't listen. Let me listen. 1 second, guys.
They're live with you. I just wanted to take this moment once I'm gathering some things and say hello to everyone. I don't know if you want to play this or not, but hello, everyone. Can't wait to see you this evening. And Keeley, I love you, baby. Talk to you in a bit, or as soon as I can. Sarah, for now.
Gary just wanted to say hi to you all. I didn't know what that was that he sent there. Amber thinks Johnny is the Hulk. Yeah, she thinks he's got some massive superpowers that he can pick her up and fling her across the room. Isaac Rocker and Melanie cried. Amber didn't. She caused people a lot of hurt with her lies. Isaac seemed more genuine though. His hurt came from the heart. It did. He was so genuine. Like, so many people literally fell in love with Isaac when he was on the stand. They fell in love with his testimony because of how authentic he was, and he was so likable. I wish that he could have come back as a rebuttal, but they didn't need him. Just to counteract what Amber was saying regarding not seeing her in good lighting and all that. I wish that he could have come back because his testimony was so amazingly powerful for Johnny Depp's side. But I feel like that testimony, as much as it has been so alive still in our own memories, it's going to be living and present in the jury's memories. Like, they're just normal people like me and you, so it's going to be relevant. Like, still, even though it was right, because he was like second or third on the stand or something like that, like the first or second day. I can't remember properly what part he was in, but I know it was right at the beginning. And it was so impactful, even though it was all the way back then. It panicked me because it sounded like Johnny had lost. No, Johnny just lost on some of the jury instructions, and so did Amber's team. Amber's team tried to ask the judge to instruct Johnny's team on how to do their closing statements, and she was like, "Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not," because they was trying to. It was around the instruction regarding the client counsel privilege because of Adam Waldman being the lawyer. Because on the testimony where they are on the deposition with Adam Waldman, all the instructions where he wasn't allowed to answer the question, they would normally have cut that out. But Amber Heard's team wanted it left in. And Amber Heard's team wanted the jury to deliberate without knowing the law on the privilege around the lawyer client privilege. They didn't want the jury to know that. They thought that Johnny Depp was just trying to hide something. And the judge was like, no, they need to know the law. They need to know what that privilege means and why Adam Waldman couldn't answer them questions. All Johnny's witnesses were most credible than her witnesses. They were. Like, the only one of his witnesses that I feel struggled a little bit and was very careful on their answers was his sister. There was a lot of questions where she could have answered it more authentically and have been more forthcoming and present, where she used a lot of "I don't recall" replies in the answer, which is a shame, really. So I wish the sister would have became more forthcoming. Apart from that, like, all Johnny's professional witnesses who came in. We saw some expert witnesses, sorry. We saw more professional than to Amber Heard's expert witnesses. They were all on point. And like when you compared them to Amber Heard's experts, Amber Heard's experts look like something from Wish, and I think it's because the task that they were asked to do for Amber was so outlandish or difficult that compared that to they had to like circle around certain ways to try and make it sound positive for Amber. That when it came to Johnny Depp's witnesses, expert witnesses, it was so easy for them to come forward. And this whole thing about a campaign, that Johnny Depp basically organised millions of people to make a campaign to do a campaign on her. Guys, like, since we was covering this before the Adam Waldman statements. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I became real invested in this when Brian, Incredibly Average, released the audio of Tell the World, Janet. That was what bleeding brought me into this. It was nothing to do with Adam Waldman's statements, and it definitely wasn't Johnny Depp bringing a campaign. And it was the same for a lot of people, because I just started off as the spectator, just watching people's YouTubes and being on the Twitter, and then finally feeling like I wanted to voice my opinion. I also wanted to connect with people and talk and things I wanted to say. Like, I think one of my first videos that I did was about the tool on the bed, and I don't know if you guys remember that. I had to get it got struck, and I had to take it down when I applied for monetization of the channel, so it's not on my channel anymore. But one of my first videos was the one about debunking the bed being broke, and that was way back in the beginning of 2021. And it was because for the longest time I was like, why is nobody covering this particular thing? Or why is nobody said this? Now, people probably had said it at that point, but I hadn't seen it anywhere. I just wanted to come and give my opinion on how it, in certain parts of the evidence, was not clicking for me. That, you know, because another thought I've had, AH's team keep bringing, we're going to be ending in a few minutes, by the way, guys, it's now 1:15. Another thought I've had, AH's team keep bringing up that JD's experts get paid. JD's team keep bringing up that AH's experts have been working with the same legal team before. I don't know why their team did that. They paid their experts too. Every one of the expert witnesses got paid. Every one of them. And the one about bleeding Dr. Curry going for a meal with Johnny Depp's team, and she's like, no, I was being interviewed and I told them I was hungry, and then it was suggested, why don't we all have food? Like, really? You can make a big thing of it. Basically making out that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard went on a meal date together. Anyway, guys, the trial starts in 15 minutes. Obviously, it's not the trial now, it's the closing arguments, but it starts in 15 minutes. Yeah, I laughed as well when she said Kate Moss came out of the woodwork. Like, Kate Moss needs 15 minutes of fame. No, Kate Moss came in and backed her friend of decades and her ex-partner, and she weren't having no BS or lies being spouted about her. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this stream here. I'm going to be live tonight with my love, your boy Gary, and we are going to be going over everything that happens today. And Gary's going to be singing live, hopefully, in the new song that we have just finished, and it's called It Didn't Have to Be Like This. And I will see you all for that. wrap now, guys, and I'll see you in a bit, or I might see you in the chat. Does Gary have a GoFundMe? No, okay, I'm going to get on to him. He's still not set it up yet. I'll get on to him and we'll try and sort that out over the weekend. I know that he's trying to save up. Love that song. Well, hopefully, Eco, you'll hear Gary singing. It didn't have to be like this in a bit live with his guitar, if he's up for it. Love you all, guys. For now. See you later. Oh, I didn't press the end button. Let's try this again. Bye, guys.